Hello everybody, my name is Tommy Watcher and welcome back to 7 Days Not to Die Vlog Night. This is night 1 into day 2. I kind of cleaned up some inventory stuff, but really this is all there is to it. I don't see any zombies yet, but the lighting actually makes it a little difficult to on my screen. I don't know what this is going to look like when it's rendered. I can make out that cactus out there and kind of what looks like an ocean or a lake. It seems to actually use the moon. Like if it's a full moon and you can see more, if a cloud goes in front of the moon you can't, that kind of thing. But yeah, this is going to be my night, mostly because I don't want zombies breaking into my house. If one does happen to bump into that spot for whatever the reason, speaking of the moon and shadows, you can actually see the shadow progressing as the moon goes. That's kind of cool. Never knows that before. If for whatever reason something decides to knock that out, I am dead. Super dead. Surviving night 7 night. We don't want to use this, but for tonight, this should be fine. In my Kanto playthrough, I lasted a long time with just doing this for any normal night. And I didn't die for a full month in-game. And then when I did die, it's because I was stupid and I tried to improve upon a system that didn't need improving upon. Which brings me to wanting to talk about the relative balance of this game. And I have to say, this is not a great game. I have a lot of fun with it. It is an enjoyable game. But if we want to critique its greatness, it's very unbalanced in the sense that right now, a few zombies just utterly wreck me and I die. And I'm playing hardcore, self-imposed, so obviously that means a lot more than your normal player. But pretend for a moment you are even playing normal. When you die, you lose 10% of your wellness, down to like 50 or 60 is the lowest it'll let you go. It's hard to get wellness back up. One example I can show you, I'm pretty sure, is if I were to make this yucca juice, which I'll make one now. When you drink it, you get 0.1% wellness. 0.1. And that's assuming that when you get that all the way to 1, you get 1 extra health and or stamina. Which means that if you die and you lose 10, that means you have to drink 100 of the yucca juices to get your wellness back up to your starting spot. Now, after a little while, when I'd leveled, I was so good that not pretty much anything in the game was a threat to me unless it really, really, really took me by surprise, except for the Horde nights. On night 7, zombies can see you. They spawn all around you. Spawn radius is really reduced to close to you. During night, zombies run. Zombies are fast. You cannot outrun them and shoot them like what I was doing earlier. One of the things that kind of makes the game a little bit easy. And if you kill enough zombies around you, more just spawn. They spawn throughout the whole night of night 7. They never stop. So you can't outrun them. And you can't outkill them. So come night 7, you just have to have yourself fortified enough to where you can survive. First time I ever tried that, my fortifications did not stand up. Too many waves of zombies. They broke every trap that I had and came and killed me. And as the nights progress, the Horde nights are supposed to get more and more difficult. More zombies spawn, more difficult zombies spawn. I couldn't even survive night 1 trying to play it the way the game wanted me to play it. So your only 2 options for night 7, in my opinion, early on, are to either build scaffolding up like what I've done and exploit the zombie AI. You build 2 pillars up a little ways apart and then connect them. And you put 1 mound on the ground right in the middle of those 2 pillars. And when you stand right in between them, the zombie's AI says, if I jump up on this block, I will be as close to this person as I can get. That's where you stand for the whole night. Hordes of zombies will run to that spot. Now, if you get too many and they push each other back, they can destroy the foundations that you're standing on and bring your whole structure down. So you want to make sure they're far enough apart. But if you do that, you're good for the night. You can sit there with a bow and shoot zombies underneath of it, or you can put a campfire and light it with enough wood to go through that at night, and zombies will literally climb into the fire and burn themselves to death. So that's why I say, like, the balance isn't super great. You can't survive early on without exploiting the game, but once you exploit the game, it's not too much of a challenge, provided your exploits don't horribly fail like mine did in episode 1. That's number one complaint about the game. Second complaint, which they have done some rebalancing of that I mostly approve of, is the leveling system. You have everything here, and it's broken down in the various different compartments and whatnot. Firearms. Guns are hard to get. They're hard to find the parts for. The parts have quality that affect the overall thing. Using the gun reduces quality. Repairing the gun takes its own perk, or at least it used to, and it reduces the quality of the gun. Crafting ammunition for the gun is difficult. It's just almost not hardly worth it when you have archery. Bows are cheap. I made one out of wood and plant fiber, sticks, stones, and feathers, and I have arrows. And it's super simple and easy and not hard at all. So if we look at my weapons here, I have this wooden bow that does 18 entity damage, 18.68 at entry-level bow with hardly any of my speccing into archery. Here we have a wooden club that deals 8 entity damage. Plenty of range, lots of safety. Straight up melee and less than half as much damage. And then a stone axe that deals half as much as the stone club. So why do you have a stone club filling up your inventory space if you can just use a stone axe? To be fair, I do remember this doing less damage the last time I played the game. It used to be on par with a stone axe, so props for making that a little bit better. But bows, still super easy and simple to get. And in the perks, there's the archery. As you level this up by using bows, which I like, you can buy points, but I don't spend my points on something that I can actually grind out. You can end up dealing more damage than if you don't upgrade firearms. If I were to sink all of my points into archery and none into guns, I would have a bow that would deal more damage than a pistol. Guns are also loud. They draw zombies to you, which is a scary thing. Like, oh, you need to kill this zombie quick. Use a gun. No. Use a bow. Bows are quiet and can deal more damage. One thing that they did change this weaponsmithing, I used to be able to level it by just making bows. I would make, on my first night like I'm doing right now, I would sit on top of this pillar with a whole bunch of wood and plant fiber and just make bows all night long and deconstruct them and reconstruct them. And by the time it was done, I could have the quality of a bow that was like 170 at the end of my first night, which gave it a lot more damage and durability, and it was amazing. They changed that, which I'm kind of like about. I have to spend points on it, which makes things a little bit more difficult, a little bit more balancing. But you gotta think, if you craft a lot of bows, shouldn't you get better at crafting bows? Why should you have to spend a point on it? But nonetheless, I'm gonna do what I like to do the most, which is just upgrade my bows. Oh, that's another thing. I used to be able to sink a lot of points into it without leveling up. Now I have to get to level 5 before I can get the next one in. I'm not going to do archery again because I can level it up by simply using bows, so I'll go hunt zombies. Bad mechanic. I was looking through a few perks. I do like this one because construction tools, that's what the stone axe is. You get more wood when you use it, which sounds pretty nice. Tool smithing, it's like the weapon smithing, only with tools. That's a nice thing to get, so I'm going to buy that. And a bad mechanic. I have 5 points left to do something that I haven't exactly looked into. Other things that are interesting, you can do armor. build better armor, but I need animal hide before I can really build armor. Plant fiber is not armor. Scavenging and trading. Barter, that's the thing for the shopkeepers. Like, you level up the bartering, you can get better deals. And I think you actually would have to sink points into barter, because if you just try and do it yourself, you're not going to get enough points fast enough to get good deals. But I don't want to put points in barter. I want to put points in weaponsmithing. Scavenging is good. I might put points in that just to hurry it along, but it is one of those things that I can level by using. You get a higher chance of getting better stuff. Treasure hunter, there's treasure. You can get treasure maps. It makes it easier to find that treasure, which isn't bad. Survivor and camel. These are two interesting ones. Oh, that's the sound of daylight. So I'll go through these pretty quick. I actually don't like these. It slows your metabolism down, which means you don't need to eat as often. But if you don't need to eat, that means you can't increase your wellness as quickly. So, some other fun stuff. Last thing that I wanted to talk about was, those are all new to me. That's all new. That's going to be fun. I actually do want those. Was the workbench. To the workbench that I found in the trading center, you needed to have construction tools at 15 and a toolsmithing of 2. Toolsmithing, I can't level up to level 2 to level 5. They're not easy to build, but you do need them to get concrete mixing to make the best block in the game. So I'm pretty stoked that I am right next to one. Anywho, we're gonna sneak on back over here and see if there are any zombies about. Which I don't see any. Pick up the wooden frames. As the other thing about is leading into concrete takes a lot of work to get in terms of leveling up. You have to level up till you can get a tool bench, and then level up to the point where you can get a concrete mixer and build a concrete mixer. You have to scavenge for the tools to build a concrete mixer, and then by the time you can build, you have to another house over there. Maybe I won't live here. Maybe I'll live somewhere else. Yeah, so it takes a lot to get concrete, which is like the strongest block in the game. There's something stronger like forged steel, but forged steel is just not worth it in terms of the resources you put into it. But even concrete, a massive wall of zombies can break through. Your first night, you can build something out of wood or dirt. That's what you got. There's no way you can survive a horde of zombies at night when they're faster and can chase you down with a wooden club and a few wooden blocks. And that's one of the things I don't like about the balance of the game, is it's so hard to survive early on versus like a game that's Minecraft where you dig a hole and live. I tried that in this game. Zombies fell down in the hole with me. It was a murder fest. They got to eat lots of me. But it takes so long, not only in skill points, but in actual gathering of resources to get good stuff. By the way, I should go craft do one of these because it'll be just a little bit better. And a new bow. Yeah, a new one of these because it'll be just a little bit better. You are scrap, and you are scrap. Yeah, look at that, 50. Load an arrow into you, please. Thank you. So yeah, as a TLDR, I keep saying it a lot, but I wish that the early game wasn't so hard and the end game was more hard, but in a more fair way than just having night 7 be a murder fest. Because there are lots of people out there on YouTube that are a lot better than me at this game. You can Google some people that are surviving like 30 days into this game, and they have these huge epic killing zones where the nighttime hordes just mass into a funnel and die at player bait, and then people go loot the zombies. But I don't play that way. I just play for the funsies. And now I will begin the resource farm, which isn't going to be the most fantastic thing to see. But if something exciting happens, you'll know when I do. Oh, it's a destroyed forge. Oh, that makes me so sad. Well, I guess this game is now 7 Days to Die, the quest for the forge. What does it take to do a forge? A bellows and a short iron pipe. That's what I want right there. So I can make a hoe. Because speaking crucible, that's new. Speaking of difficult, finding enough food early on is tricky. Even with all these aloe vera plants, the yucca plants. You have to eat a lot of them. There. Eat bottled water? Why can't I cook that? Don't have the required tools. I need a pan. I need these things. Even though the picture's there, I don't actually have them. I can't do anything without those, and I can't make those without bellows. So this game is 7 Days to Die, the quest for food. I am going to, for one, make as many more arrows as I can. 30 feathers. Then I'm going to go explore that other house. Loaded Walker. One of my favorite zombies to kill. Because they have solid head movement is the number one reason. Like their heads are so predictable as I step on a cactus and whiff an arrow. They're one of the easiest to get headshots on, whereas the other guys wobble around a whole bunch. It's a little bit more difficult on the hillside. And we're gonna beat your face in. I want to save arrows. I could kindly hit you, thank you. It's taking more than I wanted. There's one thing about the bloated guys though. They do have a lot more health than your average standard zombie. Big tanky guys. Come on. There we go. That's a violent death, but steel arrows, okay. I won't say no to that. Even though it'll probably be a while before I use them. I want to break the bird's nest just because I don't want to accidentally loot it later. Ooh. Steep climb. Hey, friend. You want to have an arrow? Apparently not. The uphill advantage here. Hold. Therefore, I was like, he's gonna run down the hill. He's like, oh, pulled a weapon on me, bruh. Bop. 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 Thank you. Got nothing. Clay patch, that'll be good to remember. You need clay in this game, and you have to go to places like that to get it. To get up another house over there. We'll have a look-see at this car. Okay. We'll have a look-see at this one. Just as soon as I drink some yucca juice. I have some water, but I'd rather use yucca juice because it gives you the fresh, cooling drink effect. Hi. And bop. I'm experiencing heat stroke. A zombie right there. That's easy. I bet that's alive. Any more? That is didn't mean to eat that. Thought I took care of you. Cut her arm off. Okay. Did you guys see this, right? Okay. Mallet it is. Okay. Used more arrows than I wanted to on that. But whatever. Brown skirt. I'll wear that. Why not? I look so pretty. My huge nerd glasses and foul trash. Ham sandwich, okay. I'm still pretty toasty. Oh, hey, look at that. Where you going, pal? I guess they balanced arrows by making it impossible to hit anything. Still alive. Pretty sure. Yep. That was fun. He wasn't ragdolling. I don't know how to get any cooler. Cooler. Hot. Corn. Ah. This could be the end. Woo. This is a very unhappy fellow. I didn't like being in that corner, but I liked stun locking him up a bunch. Bop. Nothing. Okay, we're maybe just gonna eat one of those. Drink one of those. Two of those. There we go. Hey, whoa. You are not supposed to be all running like that. Chill, please. Hot damn. Please die. Whew, that was more than I wanted. The only way that I know the zombies were ever supposed to do that is if they had eaten flesh. Which I didn't think there was anything around here for that one to eat. Apparently it found a way. Toilet. There we go. That's the mythical thing that I've been looking for in toilets. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and get a pipe. Yeah. One step closer to my billows. Overall, perhaps not the best house. I got a short pipe. You get those by breaking toilets. If you have a wrench, you can smack apart other stuff. But once that's called a horde. They spawn randomly throughout the game. I like that mechanic a lot, personally. I think it's cool. You think you're all safe and whatnot, and then, oh, zombies, surprise. But I still don't think I'm going to try and fight them. Think I'm gonna work around them. Let them go to wherever it is that they were going. I'm gonna go to that shop, see what all I have in the way of good stuff. Maybe I can buy a bellows from him or a hoe. Sell him all the stuff that I've got so far. YOLO Boppins. I might just have to switch to a club. In that I don't want to use a bunch of arrows all the time on everything. See what this fellow has.
Sell only the best merchandise.
Basically, not a lot of anything I care about. Tool and die set, those are important to have, but look at that price. Metal pipes. Hubcap mines, those would be fun. For like 2 seconds. Pistols. So look at that pistol. Entity damage 17. My bow does 19. Arrows are better than bullets.
Maybe next time. Happy travels.
Yeah, maybe next time. If you aren't dumb. And I'm not too sure looting houses is worth it. Because of the pure amount of zombies I have to fight to get into them. Oh, speaking of, this is new. How's it going, friend? Are you gonna eat my brains? Yeah, I bet that didn't feel good. But you know what? Eating brains is rude. Shouldn't do it. Ooh. Might have hit him just a little too hard. I need a bone. Wish you could get leather from zombies. Flay the flesh of your enemies. That'd be nice. I didn't even get a bone from him. Okay. A campsite. I haven't seen one of these before. They haven't even seen. Oh. A little, getting in between you and your friend. I see a few zombies on the horizon there. That is a little concerning. My club's about out. Probably have to make a new one of those. See if I can get a bone from him. Yay, got some. Bone shift, that's what I was looking for. Some loot. Oh, close, close, close. Close, close, close. I think I heard a vulture. How many of you were hanging out? Nothing. I leveled up again though. Trying to survive in peace. Can't even hit your head. There we go. I'm sorry, little bunny. Please die for me though. I am sorry, little guy. I need your meat. Oh, hi. How's it going? You missed the party. I missed you. Sent her for a loop. See zombies around me, but good thing about not being a zombie is I can just outrun most of them by walking even. There just isn't anything to kill except these guys. They don't do anything. But anywho, that'll be it for this episode. I'm gonna record a little bit more and try and find a deer. But I will catch you with my cat.